Hello, my wonderful students. My name is Mariatu Sise, and I'm the teacher who will talk to you on the radio. I wish I could see you in person, but I know that you will listen carefully and you will do your best. Today, I'm so happy to speak to you again. Is it learning on the radio fun?
Yes, a jam is a living thing that exists everywhere. Some can be good, but the bad ones can make us very sick.
Very good, Shola. You really are learning. Germs are living anywhere in the world, and when they get into our bodies will either fight them or will become sick. Right now, the COVID-19 germ is making many people sick in the whole world, including our fellow people here in Sierra Leone. Do you remember how we make sure germs do not live in our hands?
Yes, by washing our hands for 20 seconds with soap and water many times a day. We learned a song to sing while we are washing our hands to let us know it has been long enough. Can we sing it together now?
Now we are going to sing our song.
Wash your hands with soap and water. Wash your hands with soap and water. Wash your hands with soap and water for 20 seconds. Wash your hands with soap and water. Wash your hands with soap and water. Wash your hands with soap and water for 20 seconds.
Now for our safety message. Rights are things that every person deserves. Today we are going to talk about a very difficult topic. If you start feeling bad, please remember that you are learning about this in order to become stronger.
You mean when I learn about this, even if it makes me feel bad, I will learn something important?
Exactly, Shola. Today we are going to be talking about abuse. Children have a right to be protected from abuse. Do you know what abuse is?
No. What is abuse?
Abuse is when an adult hurts a child and it is not an accident. Most adults want to help and keep children safe, but there are some adults that hurt children. If an adult does something that hurts you, whether that is flogging you, burning you, or touching you in places that they shouldn't, that is abuse. If this happens to you, tell an adult you trust. That could be a teacher, an aunt, or uncle. Do you understand?
I understand. If an adult hurts me and it is not an accident, I should tell an adult I trust.
Exactly, Shola. It can be scary to tell an adult, but it is your right as a child to be protected from abuse. It is your fault if you are hurt by an adult. It is not your fault if you are hurt by an adult. It takes a lot of courage to talk about this, and you are brave and correct to speak up. Now it is time for our lesson. Today we have another reading session together. I'm feeling great because I know we will do lots of fun activities. How are you feeling today? Remember last time we practiced the sentence, the wind beneath the bird's wings grew stronger. We practiced blending sounds to read and write the words like last, shaft, wept, soft, gasp, jest, lips, and kept. We practiced arranging words to write a sentence. Last, we read and discussed the passage, part 2, our education. I also want to tell your families about the great work you did in your assignment. Hello, families! Please ask your child about the assignment they did to draw a picture about all the people, places, or things that they love about their home. Now we are going to our lessons. Today we have 6 activities as I told you earlier. Number 1, we'll do an activity called sentence warm-up. Number 2, we'll do an activity called brilliant blending. Number 3, we'll do an activity called write and read. Number 4, we'll do an activity called Listen and Write. Number 5, we'll do an activity called Sentence Scramble. And number 6, we'll do an activity called Read Aloud. Now let's have a great class together. First, it's time for our sentence warm-up. Today, our practice sentence is: women use their money to look after their family. You listen while I say the sentence 2 times. Then I'll tell you when it is time for us to read the sentence together. Ready? Listen first. Women use their money to look after their families. Women use their money to look after their families. Okay, when I say your turn, then we can all say it together. Ready? Your turn.
Women use their money to look after their families.
One more time.
Women use their money to look after their families.
Good. When I hear the sentence, women use their money to look after their families, I think about women buying food and cooking for their children. The word look after someone also means to take care of that person. I think about women buying uniforms to help their children go to school. I want you now to think about how you will do a drama for the sentence. Women use their money to look after their family. Will you be the woman going to the market to buy something for your family, Sheila? Or will you be the child waiting to see what your mother brings home from the market? Peter, I'll give you 5 seconds to think about how you will do a drama to show the sentence. Women use their money to look after their families. Great. I hope you have your drama ideas ready. Now I will say the sentence and I want you to do your drama. Ready? Your turn. Wow! The students here did for me a wonderful drama. I wish I could just see your beautiful dramas there at home, but I'm sure you did a great job. Now I have some questions for you. When I ask the question, if the answer is yes, please stand up. If the answer is no, you sit down. If the answer is yes, please stand up. If the answer is no, you sit down. Let's begin. First question. Do you have a sister in your family? Next question. Do you have an uncle in your family? Next question. Do you have a grandmother in your family? Next question. Do you have a cousin in your family? Wonderful job answering those questions. Now let's say the words families. I wonder if you can tell me how many syllables there are in the word family. You will listen while I'll clap the syllables in the word. Then I'll tell you when it is your turn to try. Ready? Listen first. Families. Families. Ready? Your turn.
Families.
Again.
Families.
How many syllables in families?
3.
Yes, there are 3 syllables. Families is one word with 3 syllables. Is families a noun, a verb, or an adjective? Remember, a noun is a person, place, or thing.
Families is a noun.
Yes, families is a plural noun, which means it describes more than one family. The word family is singular and the word families is plural. Now it is time for brilliant blending. Are you ready? Good. At the beginning of a word, sometimes we have one sound, and sometimes we have two sounds. At the end of a word, sometimes we have one sound, and sometimes we have two sounds. Today we'll practice some words that have two sounds at the beginning and end of the word. Number 1. First, you listen. Br, a, nd. At the beginning, we have two sounds, b and r. That makes brr. That makes brr. And at the end, we have n and d. That makes nd. Br, a, d. Brand. Br, a, d. Brand. Now you can try. Ready? Your turn.
Brand. Brand.
Again.
Brand. Brand.
Number 2. First, you listen. K, st, crust. At the beginning, we have two sounds, k and r. That makes kr. And at the end, we have s and t. That makes st. Kr, st. Crust. Kr, st. Crust. Now you can try. Ready? Your turn.
St. Crust.
Again.
St. Crust.
Number 3. First you listen. D, I, k. Drink. In the beginning, we have two sounds, d and r. That makes dr. And at the end, we have n and k. That makes nk. Dr, k. Drink. Dr, k. Drink. Now you can try. Ready? Your turn.
Drink. Drink.
Again.
Drink. Drink.
Number 4. First you listen. Fr, a, nt. Front. At the beginning we have two sounds, f and r. That makes fr. And at the end we have n and t. That makes nt. Fr, a, nt. Front. Fr, a, t. Front. Now you can try. Ready? Your turn.
Front.
Again.
Front.
Number 5. First you listen. Cl, clump. At the beginning we have two sounds, k and l. That makes cl. And at the end we have and p. That makes ump. Cl, clump. Cl, clump. Now you can try. Ready? Your turn.
Clump.
Again.
Clump.
Number 6. First you listen. Crisp. Crisp. At the beginning we have two sounds, k and r. That makes kr. And at the end we have s and p. That makes sp. Crisp. Crips. Crisp. Crips. Crisp. Crips. Now you can try. Ready? Your turn.
Crisp. Crisp.
Again.
Crisp. Crisp.
Number 7. First you listen. Flank. Flank. At the beginning we have two sounds, f and l. That makes fl. And at the end we have n and k. That makes nk. Fl, a, nk, flank. Fl, a, nk, flank. Now you can try. Ready? Your turn.
Fl, a, nk, flank.
Again.
Fl, a, nk, flank.
Number 8. First you listen. Stand. Stand. At the beginning we have two sounds. S and t. That makes st. And at the end we have nd and d. That makes nd. St and stand. St and stand. Now you can try. Ready? Your turn.
St and stand.
Again.
St and stand.
Excellent work. Now I'm going to spell a word for you to write. Then we will read the word together. Ready? Number 1. Write the word spelled B-R-A-N-D. Now try to read and pronounce this word on your own. Listen while I will sound out the word. Brand, brand. Brand, brand. The letters BR together make the sound br. A makes the sound A. And ND together makes the sound nd. Your turn.
Brand, brand. Brand, brand.
Number 2. Write the word spelled D-R-I-N-K. Now try to read and pronounce this word on your own. Listen while I sound out the word. Drink, drink. Drink, drink. The letters DR together makes the sound dr. I makes the sound E. And NK together makes the sound nk. Your turn.
Drink, drink.
Again.
Drink, drink.
Number 3. Write the word spelled C-L-U-M-P. Now try to read and pronounce this word on your own. Listen while I sound out the word. Clump, clump. Clump, clump. The letters CL together makes the sound cl. U makes the sound and MP together makes the sound ump. Your turn.
Clump, clump. Clump, clump.
Number 4. Write the word spelled F-L-A-N-K. Now try to read and pronounce this word on your own. Listen while I sound out the word. Flank, flank. Flank, flank. The letters FL together makes the sound fl. A makes the sound A. And NK together makes the sound nk. Your turn.
Flank, flank.
Again.
Flank, flank.
Oh, you are working very hard. Now let's do a small brain break to celebrate. We'll do a breathing exercise. Please stand up. Now breathe in and raise your hands above your head. Breathe out and put your hands down. Again, breathe in, raise your hand above your head. Breathe out. Put your hands down. Last time, breathe in. Raise your hand above your head. Breathe out. Put your hands down. Well done. Are you ready to do listen and write? Please take out your notebook and pencil and get ready to listen carefully. I'll say a word and I want you to write it. Number 1. Write the word crust. Crust. 2. Write the word front. Front. Number 3. Write the word crisp. Crisp. Number 4. Write the word stand. Stand. Good job. Now we are going to check and see if you wrote your words correctly. Ready? Remember, the letter C and the letter K makes the same K sound. Don't worry if you get confused between C and K. That is something that happens to me too sometimes. 1. Crust has the sounds K, st, and it is spelled C-R-U-S-T. Number 2. Front has the sounds fr, nt, and it is spelled F-R-O-N-T. Number 3. Crisp has the sounds k-isp, and it is spelled C-R-I-S-P. Number 4. Stand has the sound st-and, and it is spelled S-T-A-N-D. Great job! Now it is time for sentence scramble. Are you ready for sentence scramble? I'll give you some phrases and you have to rearrange them in a sentence that makes sense. Ready? Write these phrases. His dad drank in front of milk. Tom. I'll go over it again. His dad drank in front of milk. Tom. You should have 5 phrases written. Now take 1 minute to organize those phrases into a sentence that makes sense. I'll give you 1 minute to work on it. Yes, I believe you can do it. Keep trying. I know you can do it. Just do your best. You have 30 seconds more. Challenge yourself. You have 5 seconds more. Okay, stop writing. Let's try to make a sentence together. First, I'm going to look for the verb. A verb is the action word. Can you find an action word?
Yes, the verb is drank.
Good. Drank is spelled D-R-A-N-K. Drank. Drank. Drank is the past tense of the word drink. What did someone drink?
Yes, milk is correct.
Very good. Milk is the object of the sentence. So we have drank milk. Who do we think drank milk? Can you find a noun?
Yes, there are 2 nouns. Tom is a noun and dad is a noun.
So, which one do we think is correct? Tom drank milk, or dad, or his dad drank milk. For me, I think milk is for children. So I want my sentence to start with Tom. So we have Tom drank milk. Where did he drank milk?
Yes, in front of his dad.
Good. So the sentence will be Tom drank milk in front of his dad. Very good, Peter. Now let's read it together. Ready? Your turn.
Tom drank milk in front of his dad.
Remember, when we write a sentence, the first word should start with a capital letter. And the end of the sentence should have punctuation. This sentence is a statement, so please put a full stop at the end. Our last activity today is read aloud. I'm going to read you another passage about character with courage. This passage comes from the story A Tiny Seed, the story of Wangari Maathai. And this passage is called Part 3, How Wangari Helped Kenya. Hearing that title makes me ask questions like, why did Wangari want to help? How did she help people? What happened after she helped people? Now let's read the passage and find out. Part 3. How Wangari helped Kenya. When Wangari had finished her studies in America, she returned to Kenya, but her country had changed. Huge farms stretched across the land. Women had no wood to make cooking fires. The people were poor and the children were hungry. Wow! What an interesting passage. Now, based on what we've learned, maybe we can answer some of the questions we had at the beginning. Why did Wangari help? Why did Wangari want to help?
Wangari knew what to do. She taught the women how to plant trees from seeds. The women sold the trees and used the money to look after their families. The women were very happy. Wangari had helped them to feel powerful and strong.
As time passed, the new trees grew into forests, and the river started flowing again. Wangari's message spread across Africa. Today, millions of trees have grown from Wangari's seeds.
Wangari had worked hard. People all over the world took notice and gave her a famous prize. It is called the Nobel Peace Prize, and she was the first African woman ever to receive it.
Wangari died in 2011, but we can think of her every time we see a beautiful tree.
Good. Next question is, how did Wangari help people?
In the passage, I remember reading the sentences. The people were very poor, and the children were hungry. Wangari knew what to do. When she came back from America, Wangari saw that her people were suffering. They were poor and hungry. She loved her people, so she didn't want to see them suffer. That is why she decided to help.
Very good. Now, what happened after she helped people?
Let me think. In the passage, I remember reading this sentence. She taught the woman how to plant trees from seeds. The women sold the trees and used the money to look after their family.
I know. In the passage, I remember reading the sentences. People all over the world took notice and gave her a famous prize. It is called the Nobel Peace Prize, and she was the first African woman ever to receive it. Wangari helped lots of people, especially women. People saw the work she was doing and they were impressed. They wanted to show her their appreciation, so she was given a prize called the Nobel Peace Prize. This made her famous as well.
Wow! Wangari Maathai was an amazing woman. This story is a story about someone with courage. Now, students at home, for your assignment, please tell your family about the story of Wangari. How she studied plants at university in America and came back to Kenya to help her people learn how to grow trees. Then talk about why Wangari was a woman with courage. I'll go over your assignments again. Please tell your family about the story of Wangari. How she studied plants at university in America and came back to Kenya to help her people learn how to grow seeds. To help her people learn how to grow trees. Then talk about why Wangari was a woman with courage. We have almost come to the end of our lesson for today. Okay, let's do a quick recap before we close. Today we practice the sentence, women use their money to look after their families. We practice blending sounds to read and write the words like brand, crust, drink, front, clump, crisp, flank, and stand. We practice arranging words to write a sentence. Last, we read and discussed the passage, part 3, how Wangari helped Kenya. Boys and girls, that's the end of our class for today. We are so happy you were here with us, and we hope to talk to you soon again.